So this is the actual codec that is handling everything, and then this will show, there's a delay, but this will start showing what's going on. It's muted, so we're just going to trust this. Going on. Hi, everybody, sorry. Excuse me. I'm getting started here. Because I choke on fajitas that Donavin was very kind to make.
Don't tell her, Jim.
I'm trying not to. So, hi everybody, this is Sean Patrick Fannin here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. We can move the camera around to introduce. This is Mike Lythgoe, Daniel Wong, Donavin Santini, and Shawn Gore.
Yep, I'm in here somewhere. There I am.
There's Shawn. All right. So we are here to do an unboxing of Venom Assault. This is my first time ever doing anything like this. As you probably watched, you probably figured out ever watching anything else that I've done on this channel, I don't do slick editing or anything like that. We just set a camera going and see what happens. One day maybe, but today is not that day. So, Venom Assault is a cooperative board game deck builder with a dice mechanic, which sounds really crazy, but it is brilliant. I've actually had a chance to play the preview versions. So is Donavin and Mike. But we're going to kind of go through this from the beginning as though we never played, do a basic teaching. Sean has not had a chance to play yet. I don't think Daniel's had a chance to play yet either. So we'll be teaching them how to play. It is, as you can tell from the art, very much a love letter to G.I. Joe. This is not the G.I. Joe setting itself. It is its own setting, and in fact, it is a setting that I am working on the setting book for Savage Worlds, in partnership with Spyglass Games, and we'll be doing a Savage Worlds role-playing game called Freedom Squad, or Freedom Squadron, based on this world. So, with that in mind, Venom would be basically the Cobra of this setting. It is a slightly different setting, and it is post-World War III. 2051 is the year. And Freedom Squadron was founded to deal with the recently revealed VENOM organization, which has a number of client states, most of which were part of what's called the Neo-Communist Bloc. And they more or less work with the United Nations and what's known as the Transatlantic Coalition, or TAC. All that's just basically the foundation set up for the fact that you're going to be building special teams that go out dealing with VENOM forces to stop them from doing terrible things to the world. All right, with that in mind, I have my box cutter. I've never completely understood the whole unboxing ritual, but apparently it's a thing, so I'm going to go with it. So here's my box cutter. I have not opened it yet.
Like this whole ritual.
Really, really gorgeous box here.
You don't have to chant right now.
Yeah, I'm not chanting. I don't know if that was a thing, but we're taking the cellophane off.
It's another one of those.
Just throw that over on the couch over there somewhere. Oh, there's some more. All right, so here we go. That's the box. Very nice box, actually. Of course, there's always that vacuum sense of, difficulty to get the box top off. All right, so there we go. We've got the rule book sitting there. So there's that. Top secret mission report. Oh, okay, so these are the different mission cards that we have. So you could do random missions. There is a suggested starter mission. We will be doing that one. Let me just pull all these together. We got that in case for trash?
Yes.
All right. Let's see. We've got some markers here. This would be the commander marker. This basically determines, who is the first player in the group. So we'll set that out there. Yeah, that's great.
There's no villain markers.
There's a bunch of other markers. These look very interesting. Those have a very Transformer-ish look to them. This is kind of not just a G.I. Joe homage, but it kind of goes to the whole Hasbro-verse, if you will. So the Transformers are kind of hinted at there, and you could almost see other stuff that was classically part of or the extended view of what the Hasbro-verse might be. They've already well established that Transformers and G.I. Joe exist in the same universe. IDW Publishing currently doing that. So we'll get the rest of those markers. So that's trash if you think so good, Sean. All right, now we have the board. Let me go ahead and lay the board out. And I'll find a place to put those. I don't think we're going to need any of those for the first mission. I'm pretty sure we don't. So I'm unfolding the puzzle that is the board. And there we go. So, yeah, let's see if we can get the camera. So we're going to have a little bit of a glare issue there. I'm not sure what we can do about that. Do we need to kill those lights, you think?
Nope.
You can't just sit there. You can't just sit and just hold it.
No, but I'm just going to give you an angle.
All right. All right. So there's that. So everybody got a chance to see the board. All right. And again, we got the glare, which I apologize for. Actually, do you want to try turning those lights out and see what happens? A little bit better?
Definitely better.
All right.
Okay. Cool. There you go.
All right. Okay. So I'm just going to pull this back over here. Mike, can you break those dice out for me, please?
Roll out the ones. Unless the ones are good in this game. I don't know.
They're not.
Oh, okay.
You definitely want higher in this game. All right, more trash. All right, those are the reward cards. So rewards can come up in gameplay for accomplishing things. Shawn, if you'll shuffle those up for me.
Yep.
Venom support. So when you go up against a Venom commander person, you will go up against Venom support. They will draw a certain number of support cards to represent all the different soldiers and vehicles you could end up fighting in the game. So make sure all that. Mike, if you'd be so kind. Oh, okay, again. But
It's the villain deck.
yes, but you need to shuffle, not just look at.
I know. I'm not going to. It'd be a surprise that way.
There you go. Good. Cutting open the next bag or next pouch of cards. These would be the Freedom Squadron deck. There's a reward deck space
There it
right
is.
there. There you go.
That's what I was looking for.
All right, Freedom Squadron. These would actually be cards that we will recruit. So give it a good shuffle here because I'm sure it is just unboxed. So we need to make sure there's a really good shuffle on that. These would be event cards. Now I'm asking everybody to shuffle these without finding out if there's ones I should pull. But I'm sure we can go back in and pull as we need to. Those are little markers for something. Oh yeah, we definitely use those. Shawn, if you'll pop those open for me, please. And popping this open. I think these are more, these are more cards for the different decks. So actually, sorry about that, guys. There's more reward cards to be shuffled in with the original reward deck. So Shawn, if you can do some more shuffling there. And that's trash. Thank you, sir. Venom leader cards.
Mm-hmm.
That's another villain deck. Yes, Dan, I know you'll want
They do not combine. They do not hold both.
And more Freedom Squadron cards. So, Mike, you shuffle these, and then you and Donavin will get your decks combined together.
Then we will swap files.
All right. So here's the event deck. Event deck, which goes there. So I don't think we will need those. And yes, those all go there. All right.
I can temporarily put it over here. For
That's right. I was just going to put it down. All right. So don't think we'll need that bad boy anymore. So let me. Crap.
What? Did we shuffle something we shouldn't have?
Probably.
Which
Deck.
Starting deck cards. Which is the ones you guys are shuffling.
Okay.
Yep.
What do we need to take out?
My apologies. Hang on.
Show.
Oh, my favorite card.
I was half expecting that given the way this lays out already.
Yeah.
Corporate carnage.
Dork, dork, dork.
Should be generic cards just like
That's
any other
just-
deck, like a lot of other deck builders.
Yeah. Really.
Sorry to slaughter. Ooh, oh yes, the starter cards.
Yes.
That's the commandos
Yeah.
and
Go find the commandos and the recruits.
yes, commandos and recruits.
You need to pull those out. My apologies, guys.
I didn't think of that.
All right, so Venom Cell is adjustable to fit many playstyles and levels. In a game of 2 to 3 players, utilize the full event deck. In a game of 4 to 5 players, remove all 9 Always Quiet events from the event deck.
Ouch.
So
You have the reward deck.
actually, even with the larger group, we did leave the Always Quiet deck cards in last time, didn't we?
I believe so, just so we can learn the game. But they may have done some balancing.
All right, you know what? We're going to play it straight from the rules since we're teaching teaching people the newness here. So oh, this is the reward deck.
Yeah, which one is it? Which card is it?
It was the event deck.
Yeah, I've got the event deck in my hand.
You were
Always
looking
Quiet.
for the ones that say "All is quiet."
We probably
Okay,
have
That's
title?
not going to happen now.
club minimum text.
Now I see.
Oh, you
Now
showed
I see
Rick.
where the all is quiet is.
Although it does suggest you can take up to as many as 4 Venom Strikes cards. So if you find 4 Venom Strikes cards and pull those out too.
Just like that.
All right. And each starting deck will be 6 recruits and 4 commandos. Any recruits or commandos left over after those starting decks, we'll just put them in the box. World in Darkness is recommended to be the first mission, which is
I'll
this one right
reshuffle
here.
these now that I've looked through that and saw the terror that is.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Knowing my shuffles, as Shawn is well aware of them, we want this shuffled again.
All right. World in Darkness. Power outages have started striking randomly across the world. Uplink has been working on the problem and discovered that Venom has required, quote, the Shroud of Darkness, an alien technology that enables them to drain the world's energy. She is sure that Venom hasn't figured out how to properly control it yet, but once they do, the whole world will be at their mercy. We must mobilize teams immediately to destroy their control cubes. So I need to locate the red, blue, yellow, and green control cubes and randomly choose 10 other reward cards to make the reward deck. All right. So first thing I have to do, and again, I told you guys to just start shuffling. I didn't know any better because I'm a dork. Red control cube.
And Shawn, you just said that there's 6 commandos and 6 recruits.
6
No,
recruits, 4 commandos.
That's the difference.
Those are your
Okay.
starting decks. So it was the red, blue, yellow, and green control cube. All right. And then
There we go.
10 other reward cards. All right. So we also need to choose. We need to randomly choose 14. I'm sorry. Yes, 14 Venom leaders. So where's the Venom leader deck?
Should be on the Venom leader.
It's the red
pile.
deck.
Venom leader right here.
Right.
What we gotta do?
14 of them at random.
Oh, are all those different leaders?
Yes. They may have added some.
Every single one is a different leader?
It looks like it to me.
Ooh.
Really?
They added some.
Yeah, these look.
Okay.
Yep.
Shuffle those up, please, and then deal out 14 into a smaller deck.
This will be
Yes, indeed.
We played the preliminary versions of this game before, and didn't have quite as many dudes.
Now, is this the Kickstarter exclusive edition or is this the standard edition?
This is the Kickstarter. This is the one I got from the Kickstarter, and the Kickstarter ones just came out. There is.
That's why I was asking if there was something extra that they added in, like extra villains for
I do
them.
not know. All right, so. All right, so I need to deal out 10 reward cards. All right. So these plus these. Is this my starter deck?
Yes, it is.
Okay, thank you. All right. So this is the reward deck for the World in Darkness scenario. I've actually played this scenario before, so that'll help. So there's our special reward deck for that. All right. So you guys heard me read the basic setup. Victory conditions. Collect all 4 cubes and liberate Venom Island. Venom Island is considered liberated once it does not refill with a Venom leader or reward card. So that is the Venom Island space. You will note there's a number of spaces that represent Venom-controlled areas in the world, and these are people that we will, this is places in the world where we will run missions. You'll also note that each of these has a zone indicator. This is a sea zone. That is an Arctic zone. That is an air zone. There are certain cards that you will get that have advantages or disadvantages in certain kinds of zones. You also note that there is only one land zone, and that is Venom Island itself. All right, so recruitment deck, shuffle the Freedom Squadron cards and place them on the recruitment deck area of the board. We did. Do not shuffle any recruits or commanders in this deck, which is my fault that we did, but we now fixed that. Place the top 5 cards from the deck facing up in the training ground. So we will have Sundown. We will have Mirage. Corporal Carnage, which, yes, Corporal Carnage is based on a very famous wrestler with a military background that is an homage to Sergeant Slaughter. And in fact, the performer who goes by that name was very excited about having a presence in this game. All right, so those are our start. That is the recruitment. That is the training ground where you can recruit people. Now, let me point out some things here. That symbol represents that they are soldiers or operatives. That represents that it is a vehicle. There's a third symbol that represents location or headquarters type place. Let me remind. I just want to be sure. I think I remember, but followed the reward deck, did the event deck, shuffle the Venom support cards, place them in the Venom support deck area. We've done that. Venom leader deck, consult the mission card, and we did that. Venom leaders selection. Follow the mission card set up to generate correct cards. Venom leader deck, any non. Once you have correct cards in the deck, shuffle it, place in the Venom leader deck area, then place 1 Venom leader from the deck face up on each of the 7 zones of the board on top of the previous. Oh, wait, I got back. There should be reward cards. That's right. First, see the mission card. Follow the mission card set up. Once you have correct cards in the reward deck, including a mission specific rewards, shuffle the deck and place it on the reward deck on the board. Then place 1 reward card from the deck face down on each of the 7 zones of the board. Okay. So this is the reward deck. So each of these has a reward card placed on the zone. So these are rewards you can achieve for us all when you have defeated the zone.
Which is defeating the commander that's about to go face up on top of it?
Yes, you have to defeat the commander and the forces that serve the commander in that zone.
Check.
Here is our Venom leaders. So the first one on Venom Island is El Guapo, who is a arms dealer associate of Venom.
It's a bit of a misnomer.
Then
Kind of an ugly guy.
Shadow Staff, evil mystic, is handling the Venom underwater station. Yes, makes no sense, but there it is. Venom Sky Temple has Shark Bite. Okay, that makes sense. But that's how it is. So there he is.
Let's let people diversify. I'm just saying.
I imagine they're playing,
They're
Playing
It's a
poker.
cross-trading mission.
Yeah,
Hi,
it's
Jack.
sure, we'll go with
He's
that.
handling
Yeah.
the
Like the idea that,
captured
lost the
oil
poker
rig.
game.
Okay, that kind of makes sense.
we have a Venom leader, Toxin. He's like the evil ninja dude. Is at the Venom Arctic Stronghold. Then we have the Chameleon,
Oh.
handling the Venom Air Dominator.
If I remember, he was a pain.
And finally, at the Venom Mountain Defense, We have Jackknife. All right. So we can go through and deal with all of those guys individually when time comes for people to start looking for who they want to deal with. But you guys can be reading it now as far as. So, but one thing is when you attack Hijack, for example, we will move the health meter to 3, which represents 3 dice. That succeeds on a 3 basically is I believe what that means. And then the shield is how many dice get rolled, or how many dice have to be.
One's a number, one's the number of successes.
Right. And that means how many support cards she draws when you go up against her. So, okay, that's what that means is when you roll, you need to roll a 3 or better on your dice, and you need 3 successes. That is correct. Three dice have to come up that number or better. That's what that means. All right. So, we have handled the reward deck. We have handled the Venom leader decks. Place the red marker in the Venom leader health track. Okay. Commander token. All players roll 1 die. The individual who rolls the highest is the commander and will be the first player to take a turn. Again, I guess we'll just do it straight by the rules. I got a 6.
Did I say you go?
The dice say you're a commander.
I mean,
You equaled all of ours combined.
All right.
it does not foretell great dice rolling.
The commander position will never change
You gotta roll
players
up
during the
and
game.
down.
Player rotates clockwise around the board, starting with this player. The commander will be the only player to reveal an event card during the event phase on their turn. Any ties for the highest roll. At this point, the board should be laid out as shown in the complete layout. You are now ready to begin.
I don't want.
All right, so we should all deal ourselves 5 cards. Again, this is a cooperative game, so there's no hidden card play. All right. Let me remind myself
That
of the
hurts me,
layout
Shawn.
of the cards.
You came out swear loyalty to any of the commanders.
I would not. They're sitting in my seat.
Okay, so the number on a card to the left, the one that has the dog tags,
Yes.
that is the cost in recruitment points that you must spend to acquire that card. You'll note you already have commandos and recruits in your hand. You won't necessarily be buying any more, but it's still on there on the card. The middle number is how many recruitment points that card gives you to recruit people out of the training area.
Huh.
All right? And then to the far right, the crossed pistols, that is the combat value. That is how many dice that card will give you.
If they're made later.
If they're selected as combat leader, yes. So if they are the leader, if you choose that card as the leader of your team for a specific mission, that is how many combat dice that card provides. Every other card does not provide the cross pistols value. So you have to choose one card when you go on a mission to act as your leader. Obviously, commandos are your best choice for leaders in most cases with your starting decks. However, you will note in the tactical phase, which is a later phase when you're figuring stuff out, the other cards will provide additional dice for combat action. The Venom leader cards, health is for starting. All right. And Venom support cards pretty much just explain what's going on when you deal with them.
Straight down the middle.
All right, so event phase, commander only. Apply any global effects that take place during the event phase. Draw 1 card from the event deck and resolve its effects. All right, we do not currently have any global events right now, so we draw an event card. Venom for Mayor. A sleazy political candidate hires Venom to cause trouble for his opponent, Kendall Harper, during their mayoral campaign race. Venom sends terranauts to harass and ruin Kendall's campaign, but Freedom Squadron is sent in to restore law and order. Grateful, Kendall uses his contacts in the U.S. Air Force to assist Freedom Squadron. Global effect. On the tactical phase, any combat in sky zones this round allows the player to place the top card from their draw deck into play. So this is a positive global effect for us.
Air zones.
So air zones, you get a bonus. You get to draw an additional card off your deck and put it into play into your, what you're doing. So just so you know, that's the event phase. So any global effects are going on. Now there's the phases after that are recruitment phase, tactical phase, combat phase, retirement phase, and end of turn phase. During the recruitment phase, apply any global effects that take place during the recruitment phase. We don't have a recruitment phase global effect. One by one, play all cards in your hand using any recruitment phase abilities, if you choose. And then you add up your recruitment points and recruit cards from the training ground, placing recruited cards in your discard pile. So I'm playing all my cards. The thing about recruits is they give 2 recruitment points. So I've got 1, 3, 5, 6, 7 recruitment points.
9, 6, and 8. So Mirage and Patriot are the 2 you can afford.
Right. So I'm looking at Mirage. Mirage is a secret covert op character. She only provides 1 combat point, but during the recruitment phase, if I had her, choose one of the following. Look at face down Venom leader. You may choose to reveal it face up, or reveal face up a reward card under any Venom leader, or look at the top 2 event cards in the event deck and place them back in any order. So she has the ability to manipulate decks with information. So she has an intelligence gathering capability. The other card that I could afford to buy at this time would be the Patriot, which is a vehicle, and it has the tactical phase effect of discard 1 Venom support vehicle, and in Sky Zones, also discard 1 Venom support soldier. So I'm going to spend my my recruitment points to go ahead and buy the Patriot.
Does that mean
Yes, we always have 5 cards out there, so that puts Sparks out there. All right, so add up recruitment points to recruit the cards from training ground, placing recruited cards in your discard pile. All right. So that was my recruitment phase. In my tactical phase, I choose a Venom leader to attack. If you're not attacking, move to the retirement phase. Well, let's see.
You get to draw an extra card this round, though.
True.
In the air.
If I go to an air zone, yes. So let me look at my air zone guys and see what I got going on. If I go against the Chameleon, I need to roll. I need to get a 3 or better on the dice I roll, and I need to get 6 successes. On the combat phase, reveal 1 card from the Venom support deck for each successful combat die. Reroll 1 success for any soldiers revealed. Discard all revealed cards. So he does not actually draw any support cards. That's why it's a little bit easier, or it's a little bit harder in terms of the number of successes I got to get against him. However, for each success I get, he gets to roll a chance to diminish those successes, or he gets to draw cards to potentially diminish those successes. So that could be rough.
Do you have to defeat them all in one go, or
Yeah.
does the damage? Okay.
Yeah, if you don't get them, you don't get them. And in the early stages, you don't tend to have a lot of successes. The other air zone person is Shark Bite.
Is there a penalty for not succeeding?
No.
Okay.
No.
So just go ahead and try.
Yeah, you should go ahead and try, absolutely. Well, actually, that's not true. There can be. Some of them can cause you to kill off people and stuff like that.
I'm guessing that's the events or the particular.
Or they may have
commanders.
their things. So I Shark Bite has a 5 health and 3 shields. So I unfortunately would need
5 or better.
5 or better to hurt him, and I need 3 or more of those. he gets to draw 3 support cards. When Sharkbite is placed in a zone or revealed face up, if Sharkbite does not occupy C zone, swap him and his reward card with any currently occupied C zone. If none are occupied, choose which to place him in.
Oh, so he would like switch out with the Mystic. If you
Or
had our
with-
orders crossed. Now it makes sense that the Mystic person goes to the Sky Temple.
All right, so
Sounds like it.
we just changed that over, and now I'm going to deal with her. So that was a mistake I made by not reading that card earlier on, but no big. All right, you need 3 or better, and you need 4 3s or better. She does not draw any support cards, but on the combat phase, count all combat dice with a rolled value of 6 as automatic failures.
Oh.
So yeah, she diminishes your dice effect. Still, I think I'm going to take a chance on her. So
How many support cards you get?
she gets 0 support cards.
Oh.
So I don't draw any enemy support cards. However,
6s are bad now.
I need to get 3 dice. I need to get 4 dice at 3 or higher, but 6s count against me. All right, so I'm choosing one of my commandos as the leader, which means I get to take. Where's the dice? We need those. Are those all the dice?
3 or 4 more over here, but pretty much if all
Yeah,
of
there
them
you
add
can.
1,
You can get more dice.
Yeah,
So we need
I
to
know,
compile.
your leader gets 2.
So I get 2, and then on tactical phase 3, 4, 5, 6. So I get 6 dice. But I'm just saying it can end up being more.
Yeah.
All right, so I get to roll 6 dice because my leader has 2, and then each of these on the tactical phase, which actually I should. So choose a Venom leader to attack, adjust the Venom leader health and defense tracks, apply the Venom leader abilities, then global effects that take place during the tactical. Which means the global effect is I get to draw 1 more card, which means I get 1 more die. Because I'm in an air zone. Apply to freedom support abilities from left to right. Apply to venom support abilities. There's no venom support, so don't have to worry about that. And then combat phase. Roll the allocated combat dice. All right, so 6s count as failures, so they're out. Damn.
Normally
Wow.
you're better.
But I got.
No, he still got her.
I got 3. I needed a value of 3 or better. I got 4, and I needed 4 dice.
Are you sure it's not flipped? Defense is the number you have to get, and the health is the number of hits they can take.
Hang on.
I could swear that was flipped.
Although either way, he still has
He still has it.
But
I'm
it
just saying.
is important.
Apply venom. So, apply venom abilities, take place of success or failure, and claim any rewards and venom leaders earned. So, because I got her, she goes into a little separate pile. It's a cooperative game. But at the end, we still count up some points to see whose team got the most glory. So there's a whole competitive cooperative thing. I'm not sure how she counts. But anyway, she'll sit over there.
Avoiding evil world domination wasn't enough.
And the reward card is Meteorite from Deep Space. This meteorite crashed on Earth in the most remote part of Antarctica. No one knows where it came from, only that it was from uncharted space. And it has a global effect for all of us.
Yay!
Does?
The global effect during your tactical phase, choose between the health, defense, or support value. Venom support vehicles suffer -1 to the bonus they offer in the chosen value. So basically, you can affect Venom support vehicles because of this effect. So when they have support vehicles showing here during an attack against them, you get to. All right.
John, real quick. You can move that actually up to your active event area, not
yes,
to the discard.
correct.
There we go.
Mm,
That may be important for other
Yes.
event cards later.
Now, does that space stay empty?
This one?
Yeah,
this
no,
is discard.
When this goes away, when it's replaced by a new
No,
event.
the location.
Oh no, that does not stay empty.
we haven't got there yet.
So retirement phase, you may choose to retire 1 card from your current cards in play. Retirement means it just goes into the final discard. And I'm going to take advantage of that to do a little house cleaning. Just because I want to be able to cycle my better cards in. Although I still want to make sure I'm getting good recruitment points. So I'm actually going to cycle every commando. And I'm going to set the commando here instead of there, just so cleanup will be a little bit easier. Right? So there's that. You don't have to retire, but you can retire one card if you want. Now, apply any global effects or other abilities that take place during the end of turn phase. None. Discard all used Venom support cards and reset the Venom leader tracks. So, boom. Refill any empty zones with a reward card and a Venom leader. So,
Reward first.
reward card goes in face down, and Venom leader comes in face up. So now we have Ouroboros, the master of Venom Law, which if you're an old G.I. Joe fan, yes, that is Cobra Law. Global effects, event phase. All players must reveal their hand and discard one soldier of their choice if they have any. Actually, we need to look to see if there's any of the global effects because I forgot about reading that.
Yeah, there's some other globals.
Okay, well, talk to me.
This one, when combating any other Venom leader, lower the combat leader's dice by 2. You should have had 2 less dice. This one, event phase. Retire a number of cards from the recruitment deck equal to the number of players. So, we should have lost 5 of these during the event phase.
Well, go ahead and kill him now.
1, 2, ooh, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, one of the general steals is gone.
All right.
Let's see, combat, global effect, you've already done. No zone specific abilities may be used, freedom swan cards. Okay, that's a combat effect.
All right, so
Oh, global effect. Combat may only occur in C zones currently.
Oh, so you couldn't have even attacked her. You would have had to hit him. So we have to go after him until he's gone.
Or the other C zone.
Okay.
But
got
yeah,
it.
we can't
Alright.
do anything else but him. But we're learning. This is first try at this game. Shuffle that back into the reward deck. Shuffle
Unless
the
you
other.
want to get a new reward card and a new Venom card and just like toss those at the bottom of those decks. Regardless.
Take your turn over. No,
No, don't worry about
Cognate?
it. It's just.
Well, it's up to him.
Yeah, you're right because you still get to roll against.
let's start over and do it correct.
Okay.
Restless. Here's
Sorry about that, guys.
Here's your commando back, so we can and put the character that you recruited, or just keep that. Just say
No,
you
that-
recruited
No, he was going to buy that. That one wouldn't change.
Yeah.
And
We'll
put the card that you drew back on top of your deck. Second commando. Yeah. Or that one right there, yeah. Right. We're reset. Let's try this again.
So
Yeah.
didn't I hear when you were talking about the global effects that there's something that happens to everybody?
Yes.
So you have to
Basically, when it's your turn during your tactical phase, you'll have 2 less dice from your commando.
Okay.
So, for example, your commando gives
Got it.
you 2 dice.
Got it.
Okay. The other one is we can't fight anywhere except for a C zone to start with. So
So
these
something about
2.
discarding too.
Yes, which we've already done for his phase.
Well, it's
But
the
there-
event phase, which only happens on the commander. So that
Okay.
we've dealt with that, and we'll
Mhm.
deal with it again when it comes back around to me until that character is gone.
And now, global effect event phase. All players must reveal their hand and discard 1 block or 1 soldier of their choice if they have it.
All right. Well, I'm discarding that card.
So
Each of us needs to, and all any of us has a soldier, so you need to discard one. Early in the game, you want recruitment points, so you probably unless you just it's your call at this point if you only have 1 commando. All right, so that was crap. Yeah, this is way worse now. Jeff Arborough, Michael Knight, we were doing really well, and now it sucks.
Yeah, we tend to do well when we actually don't pay attention to the rules.
Yeah, ignoring the rules, we were doing a lot better. Now that we're playing all the rules, Donavin, you suck, Donavin.
He
Reading
means
the
that
damn
in the
cards.
nicest way.
This is why you invite me, though.
Paying attention to damn cards. So we can only attack C zones now. That's
Right, so we either do shark bite or hijack until shark bite goes away.
Well then.
Yeah, doesn't that?
So, real quick, Sean.
mm-hmm.
Another thing to keep in mind, and this is during the for your combat phase of it. Remember that if anybody, according to the rulebook, you can, if you choose to use their special ability during the recruitment phase, that same character could not then be used as a leader during the tactical phase.
Got it. Oh,
Right.
So how the abilities come in right now, it doesn't matter because we've got the base characters, but as we get more important characters in, it will become important that you can only basically use either the special ability or the points
Your combat points.
in,
Yes.
during a game. During
That's
a
why
match.
you didn't
Okay.
get
but you always get the recruitment points, though. Yes.
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
But for example, when you put the commando in charge, you get the 2 dice for here, but you do not get that one.
Yes.
All right. So if I go after hijack in the C zone, that her health is 3, her defense is 3. She gets 3 support cards.
Oh, yeah.
During her tactical phase, after a combat leader is chosen, place 1 random freedom support vehicle under hijack.
Which you don't have currently.
If hijack is not successfully defeated, retire the held card.
Ouch!
If Psych Ward occupies a zone, add Psych Ward's support value to this combat value. Well, since I don't have any vehicles showing right now, I'm going to take a crack at her. So, she's got 3 and 3. And I chose a commando, which gives me 2 dice, which I then lose because of El Guapo's ability.
What?
Yeah.
Tactic
Ability
phase.
knocks out. If you're not attacking him, you lose 2 points. Basically, he's supplying better arms to
Wow, these two
team
together just are jerks. Then.
So then I get to have 3 dice,
Yeah.
which means my chances are incredibly small. I have to roll all 3 of my dice at 3 or higher to take her out. Oh, wait. I'm not done yet. I now actually have to do her Venom support.
Let's say.
Wait a minute. That sounds like this is going to go badly for us.
Oh, it's almost certainly going to go badly.
It's
Tactical phase, +1 shield, +1 heart, +1. You cannot beat her. You do not have enough dice.
All right, I'm just turning around so I can see. So the Python, +1, +1, +1, and heart +1 for every wasp revealed beyond the first. So yes, I would now have to roll 5 dice.
Our 5
At-
successes on 3 dice.
Yeah, I would need, yes. Quick break to check out the daughter's scores. About your wishes, but I say yes. All right. Sorry, little domestic moment there. Yeah, so I can't possibly win. So I'll just put my dice down. So we did the turn correctly this time and didn't win shit. All right,
This is why we
so
add post editing later.
This feels like the right way to play the game.
yeah, this feels more correct. It seemed too easy to win a battle that early on. All right, so I may choose to retire 1 card. I'm still going to retire a commando. Okay, not right now, Mama. I love you. All right. So
I would
hijack
like
retires.
to register a disapproval of your discarding a card. Just registering that.
Why?
Because
Because he can.
So early in the game.
You're saying I shouldn't do that?
There are advantages and disadvantages. It also depends on who he recruits. If he recruits someone that has the equal or better effect, this keeps your deck slim
Yeah, that's
and
kind of what I'm
getting the
going
better
for.
cards.
So
Still registering my disapproval.
you may disapprove.
Well, you can. That is your prerogative.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the 5 cards I
Now,
draw.
stop being a stick in the mud, Mike.
And I swear I'm not a Venom agent.
These guys all get discarded. Refill the training grounds. Training grounds are refilled.
Is it every turn 5 of these
No.
go away?
Every
every
event?
start?
It only happens on the event phase.
Oh, okay, got it. So when it comes back,
And the
around,
event phase only
it's
happens
there.
on the commander's turn.
Got it.
And
So-
the bad thing is, if we run out, we run out.
Yeah, if this deck empties, we can't recruit anything else.
Oh, well
So-
then.
Mike, your turn. And again, this, like many deck builders, this game is much more predicated on the early phase, is acquiring people to your deck to be badass to improve your chances, because recruits and commandos by themselves really can't take most of these guys.
I got 8 to spend. What can I not buy?
You cannot buy that one. You cannot buy that one.
All right, so
By
you
the end
want
of 3, however.
to look at the other 3? There we go.
The 3 are extra.
Sparks, Mirage, or Drop
I'm
Zone.
gonna get some to drink.
All right, so.
What would you like so you don't have to?
That's all right. I got it.
I did put the food away.
No worries.
I'm going to take Drop Zone. Drop Zone costs 8, which is what I have to spend. So recruiting Drop Zone to my deck goes in my discard pile. And then I've got a total of 0 to well, that's not true. I've got a total of 4 to attack with, which, as we saw by Shawn's turn, is not enough really to do anything. So I'm going to end my turn.
Got it. You retiring anything?
Definitely not, because
Okay.
I registered my disapproval.
Okay. Mine, I've got 7. Oh.
Yep.
First.
Which is 5 for Silky.
The C zone specialist, which may help.
Oh, God. I feel like I need it. Yeah, considering the nature of what we are going through, yeah, that goes there. And I'm gonna toss a commando as well. Wait, if she's my commander, I don't get her combat phase thing. Got it.
You have to use her as an extra. Yep.
Still worth it.
All right, my turn.
Hang on.
And we draw 5 basically, and then have
That
to
one,
discard
I've
one
got 4
because
recruits,
of
which is
that.
Replaced with Caliber.
And that's pretty much how that goes.
Oh.
Look at the top card of your draw deck. So Donovan, you're not on camera. What are you doing?
I am looking over the possible recruits. See if there's anything that could help us. Nothing that will directly help us. I will go after Caliber though, which he's not going to be a leader card, but you may gain the benefits of any abilities twice from a Freedom Squadron vehicle in play in the appropriate phase.
Okay.
So he's a doubler.
So you're drawing, what's his name?
Caliber.
Caliber, and then we'll replenish. And does that end your turn?
That does end my turn
Well,
because
well done. Yes.
Replaced with Inferno.
Oh, wow.
yeah, he's nasty.
Only cost 6 too.
Mm-hmm.
4 attack. Which, seems to be something.
So just as a reminder, Donovan, you redrew another 5. You have
Yep.
to discard 1.
When do we discard?
Retire, you mean?
Nope.
No, this is discard.
Um,
Basically, we're working with 4-card hands until that leader is gone.
What phase did it say that? During tactical?
during event phase. So I currently do have 5.
Until the event phase.
Until the event
Oh,
phase.
thank
Yep, it only happens once through the.
It's not a constant
Oh.
effect.
So,
Okay, so we all have the
So-
5 cards in our hand, but as soon as it hits Sean's turn,
Yeah.
got it.
Right. Now, if there's something that negates the event phase, I don't think there is, but then that would be.
well, wouldn't that be convenient?
All right, so Donovan finishes Donovan's turn. It's now Shawn.
Yep, and 2, 4, 6, 8 points, which still puts me in basically the same recruitment place you guys were at. I'm totally grabbing Inferno though.
How much is it, Vernon?
6.
Okay.
Inferno's solid.
Okay. Oh, Spectre is the replacement.
Sounds
And
awesome.
I will not retire any at this point.
And you're not gonna try to combat
and
anything?
There's no way. I don't have anything I could do it. So.
I would like to register my approval for Sean's play.
For
Not Sean. Not.
the off-camera Sean.
I
He's
did
got
not.
a knife. I should know better.
I didn't retire.
Just remember we are
since I
live
didn't
here,
have
so.
any
Hi!
Yeah.
Hello, NSA. That was just me playing with the device. I'm not actually threatening anyone's life. I know how sensitive box cutters are these days, so Ooh, that was too soon? Too dark?
Too soon.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you what happened to me with the TSA last time I traveled later.
I feel like I missed something.
Yeah, you did.
All right, so actually, so it's my turn.
And now we discard a card.
So now it is the event phase.
Ooh. Stop.
Apply any global effects that take place during the event phase. So
We discard a card.
we all have to discard a card.
We retire a number of. Oh, we lost a Sky Carrier. 2, 3, 4, 5, and a second General Steel. Damn it!
So those are all. That'll happen during the event phase.
Yes,
All right.
That looks. Yeah. You probably wanted that one too.
2. Yeah.
All right. So
Another
all that's been retired. Have we handled all of that?
I'm double checking. And we must reveal our hands.
Yep, and discard a card. That's what we already worked on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we already did that.
So, yep, I think that's
We
it.
should be down to 4 cards. All right.
All right.
So the Venom for Mayor event is now gone. Didn't do us any good because
Shark Bite's a jerk.
Shark Bite's a jerk. So we move on to a
Shark
new
Bite's just misunderstood.
Venom Strikes.
Oh.
Venom's sinister plot advances. Move the event track up by 1 and see the mission for effects. All right, so that means that goes from a 0 to a 1. If you guys can see right here, there's an event track, and certain of these cards say that kind of thing. So that advances the plot, so to speak. Venom has activated the red control cube. This reward card no longer provides its bonus to players. It is still worth victory points for the player captured. All right, so basically there's...
Sean, hold. You got an error occurred on the actual live stream health? On the rear feed?
What happened?
I don't know. So an error occurred. Please try again later.
Son of a bitch.
Yep.
So
I'm making a D.
now that we're off
There you go.
camera, so I went to Rhode Island Comic Con,
Okay.
and of course I took a couple of costumes.
That
My
literally
Sith, my
just happened.
Jedi costume.
So-
Yeah. Yeah.
That's long enough
Alright.
where I can put the blades in.
Okay.
Well, I put the handles in my carry-on, thinking they're $100 a piece. I'm not going to have some jerk get into my luggage and steal them while they're in the cargo compartment.
Okay.
What do you think the handles for lightsabers look like in X-rays?
Oh God.
She got it.
Yeah.
All right, we seem to have shut off for a second, but I think we're back. Hang on just a second. I'm waiting for
Wow.
the screen
That must have
delay
been fun for you.
to show me that we're back. I'm hoping. Still waiting for it to come up.
So if you all can hear us and see us right now, just raise your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So thank you. No, not two hands. Just one hand. One hand per person. Okay. Thank you.
Still not coming up. What the hell? What are you doing? What's going on? Ah. The hell? Okay.
Sure.
I'm not going to dig around too much with this, guys. If I can't get it to work right, then
We're just gonna play.
we're just going to play.
This is my first time going to an out-of-state
Yeah. Wow. The commander's in
Yeah,
Tampa.
this day and age, it's just easier to have yourself a shipping budget ready to just go buy a Keyboard or something. Everybody has its own.
Yeah.
But it really is anymore. I've gotten where I do that if I actually have to travel more than like 3 days anywhere. If I can't fit it in my carry-on and it's not, TSA legal, I'm like, oh yeah, I'll ship a box out ahead of time and leave a box prepackaged and ready for someone to take to the post office on their way out. So, I got into that years ago working. Because I always end up having to carry tools and equipment with me. I was like, well, it's easier just to ship it out there than it is to have to deal with trying to check it and pack it safely and pay the extra weight fee and everything else.
Well, luckily the stuff I've got it set up where I don't have to now. I've got a baseball bag.
Right.
That's long enough to have the blades from the lightsaber stuff.
So do you remember back whenever you used to get like a piece of luggage and your carry-ons for free?
Well, let's travel southwest.
Back before the current standards,
Yeah.
I traveled by jump seat FedEx aircraft when I worked for FedEx.
Jump seat?
Jump seat. That's the
Space A.
that's the seat that's directly behind the pilot.
Oh.
It comes out of the wall,
Literally, it does. It's awesome.
and the pilot is actually sitting between my knees. So when I did that, I would travel because I study Aikido, and so I travel to different dojos, and I have a weapons bag. It's a very long bag that has wooden swords and staves and all that sort of stuff. And I would travel, and I would say, oh, it's a weapons bag, and I was able to carry that on the aircraft. Nowadays, even saying that, I'd be in trouble.
Yep.
Yeah, well, the bag I found was at an ARC thrift store. It was a baseball bag where there was a place for the helmet to go in, the bats go in the bottom, hard side so they don't get damaged, something like